These Thunder players are receiving some high praise from Coach Mark Daigneault and everyone else going around right now at these latest medium scrums. Dillon Jones, Kenrich Williams were sent down to the G League not too long ago. Dillon Jones was called right back up, and it was kind of concerning because at first when we saw this happen, it was seen as a sign like, okay, maybe Jay will, maybe Kenny Hustle, they're about to return. Maybe that's what's going on. Then it came out the real reason why this is going on, and it was just for practices. That's it. However, Kenny Hustle being sent down to the G League, this is big news as it shows he is ramping up and he's almost ready to go back to action for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They aren't the only ones receiving praise right now. Some other guys receiving praise, Ajay Mitchell and Usman Dieng. They've been guys that have been playing very well for the Oklahoma City Thunder to start the season. And we're going to break down everything that's kind of been said in these past few media scrums by Coach Mark Daigneault on these players, what they've had to say about themselves as well. Just kind of break it all down, as I do think it is important as we're getting ready to enter a pretty hefty home stretch here in a week or so, I believe, where we might have like 5 home games in a row. So it's definitely going to be interesting to keep our eyes out, be looking out for, paying attention to that home stretch, as we're going to need everyone hands on deck. All right, we're going to have a lot of games coming up in the month of November. But before we get into all this, though, before we get into the topic and video at hand today here, I just want to take a quick moment to recognize that 66% of you guys coming back and watching these videos are not subscribed to the channel. If you find yourself coming back on a regular basis, and you enjoy what we're putting out here at Thunder Digest, and you want to support the channel, best way to do so is to hit that subscribe button. And then also, if you want to stay up to date, hit that bell notification as well. With that out of the way, we can go ahead and get into the video and topic at hand here today. Talking about everything that's been said at these past few media scrums and kind of some updates with the team. It's been quiet these past few days. We've gone 3 days now without Thunder basketball. Nothing really going on at all. So this is the most we have, all right? Just what he has to say on these young players. No one in the media has really been talking about the Thunder all that much because, like I mentioned, once the season gets going, you're going to react to a bunch of games, all right? You're going to react to a bunch of performances, whether that's an overreaction, underreaction, properly, well-observed reaction. That's what's going to be going on. But these media scrums, they can prove useful, all right? They can help out us as fans, all right? And I don't want to use that word fans too lightly. You guys are more like a family. I've always said that. But truly, as a community, it can help us out a ton, kind of understand what is going on with the team. The first thing that I did notice, all right, going here, per Thunder PR, the Oklahoma City Thunder has assigned guard/forward Kenrich Williams to the Oklahoma City Blue of the NBA G League. What this simply means is Kenny Hustle is ready to get going and start practicing and ramping up a little bit. That's purely what it means. The Blue are about to go through their kind of little training camp period. All right, that's what they're going through. And so him getting sent down to the G League, yes, all right, he might get called back up very soon. We don't know. But him being down there, it's purely just for reps, seeing how he feels, get a feel for it, rehabbing, just seeing if he's good to go for us as soon as we get this home stretch going on. And it'd be nice to get him back. It truly would, all right? It'd be nice to get Kenny Hustle back. I'm not going to lie about it, all right? He is a veteran presence who is a good three-point shooter. He's not the biggest guy, so size-wise, it wouldn't really help that much. But just having him there, making us a little bit deeper, it would help out a ton, all right? Just purely having him back, coming off of surgery, it'll be interesting to see how he is. But this is good news, all right? This is a good sign showing that he is progressing and ramping up and practicing with the Blue a little bit. And he's also at Thunder practices as well. He's just getting in extra reps to see if he's going to be fine to go. The next thing that I saw was over Dillon Jones when he was sitting down to the G League, what Mark Daigneault had to say. This is per Joel Lorenzi when he was there. Mark Daigneault said the team sent Dillon Jones down to the G just for today because the Thunder's practice wasn't overly punchy. 3 games in 4 days. Says the Blue had a high-intensity practice, and Jones would get more out of that. Note that he hasn't played a lot and that they haven't had a lot of development time because of travel. That's pure. So Dillon Jones getting sent down to the Blue, sent down to the G League, is purely so he can develop. He's a young prospect. He's a rookie. He hasn't gotten a lot of time at the NBA level yet. And so they want to just get him reps, get him as much time as possible. And that's what is happening, sending him down to the Blue, sending him down to the G League, just being like, hey, we recognize we haven't had a lot of time to develop you. Haven't got you out on the court a whole lot, all right? So what we're going to do, we're going to send you down to the G League for practice today. Might happen more often when we have these little long stretches of breaks. We have one later in November, I believe, that we could see be happening with Dillon Jones as well. Send him down to the G League just for a little bit so he can practice, maybe play a game or two, and then call him right back up, all right? Along with that, Ajay Mitchell might get sent down soon. We don't know. He's on a two-way contract, so we really don't know how many games he'll be with us for the rest of the season out before he gets put down in the G League. It'll be interesting to see. When J-Will and Isaiah Hartenstein come back, is he going to be sent down to the G League again? Is that when we utilize that two-way contract? It's going to be interesting to see. He's also the next guy that we kind of, talk about here. Ajay Mitchell, Mark Daigneault and Ajay Mitchell. We like what we're seeing from him so far. He's also gotten better very quickly. Usually when people show that type of quick improvement, it shows they have a trajectory is worth exploring. It just goes to show Mark Daigneault sees the potential in him, all right? He is, 6'5", I believe. He's a guard, 6'5" guard, good size to him. And when I watch him play, he reminds me a lot of Aaron Wiggins. He truly does. Kind of same kind of play style when I see it. He can do everything well. Doesn't necessarily stand out at one thing, but he does everything well. He does everything at an average or above average rate, which makes him a good player. And he has that potential. If he could develop one or two things into being deadly, kind of like what Aaron Wiggins did last season, where he developed his three-point shot into being one of the best on the team when you look at the percentages, if Ajay Mitchell can find that one thing to improve on, which I truly believe he can with the Thunder organization, because we do a very good job of developing young guys, I feel like he could be a key part of this team for years, and he quickly gets off a two-way contract. I could see that happening for the guy. He truly does have a lot of potential. All right, jack of all trades is how I see him. He was he could go down as a steal in the NBA draft. A lot of people said that he should have been a first-round pick. The way that we got him at the second round, realistically, with the way it's all looking right now, he probably should have went like 20 or 22, all right, somewhere in that range. Looking at every other draft pick, it could end up being a steal. Could also say the same for Dillon Jones. We just haven't seen much of him so far. But Ajay Mitchell, Mark Daigneault recognizes it. He has potential. He wants to get him all these development minutes, get him out there as much as possible so they can see what he is capable of, and that's what he's doing right now. The last guy of significance that we're going to be talking about is Usman Dieng. All right? And it's just a quick little quote from him that kind of shows how he has improved as a player and, kind of as a person as well in this league. Usman Dieng on his confidence level, I'm feeling good. We're winning games. I feel good. I hope we'll keep playing like that. So it just goes to show he's confident in himself, all right? He's feeling fine. He recognized when the team's winning, he's okay. He's not worried about his individual performances. He's like, the team's winning, so I'm feeling great, all right? My confidence is at an all-time high. We're 3-0. We're one of the last undefeated teams in the NBA. Why would I be upset about any of my performances? And he shouldn't be upset about any of his performances. He's been playing very well to start the season. Sure, the stats aren't jumping off the page, but his presence and what he's bringing to the court, the fact he has a plus, he's always in the plus and positives and the plus minus at the final box score, final tally. Take that from him. He's developing really well, all right? This year, he could have a breakout year if he keeps playing like this, but the key thing is he's got to keep playing like that. Can he do that? Is he going to fall off? We don't know. That's kind of the takeaways that we have so far before this next game here. I know it's been kind of quiet since we are in like a 3-game break, 3-game stint with no Thunder basketball at all. Nothing really be talked about in the media. So that's really the extent of what we've got. Let me know what you guys' personal thoughts are on these quotes and everything that we got. Some guys have been surprising you so far to start the season. Some guys are like, they need to pick it up. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in the next video.